Don't talk to me about LeBron at this age. Don't talk to me about Wade at this age. Don't talk to me about Duncan or Dirk or Garnett at this age. I don't even want to hear about Shaq at this age. 41-23 in his first Western Conference Finals.
We've had great tandems in this league. Dylan Harper and Wemby is all-time stuff. The only question for the Spurs, and you're thinking the same thing I am, they're much more entertaining to watch than OKC. OKC, honestly, feels like supporting character. As defending champs, they do. They're just not that entertaining.
But I'm watching that brother Wembanyama last night, and I said, oh, my God, what is there possibly for this brother?
Somebody forgot to tell the San Antonio Spurs they were supposed to be a future problem. They were the young team, the rebuild, the organization that had done everything right but needed time. 2 more years, maybe 3, for all those pieces to mature into something that could genuinely compete. That was the consensus. That was what every reasonable person believed heading into these playoffs. And then they went and beat a Western Conference contender by 30 points in a closeout game. And then they walked into Oklahoma City, the reigning champions, undefeated in these playoffs, playing in front of their own crowd, and won Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals, 122-115. San Antonio did not look like a team figuring things out. They looked like a team that had already figured it out and was mildly annoyed that nobody noticed sooner. Oklahoma City leads this series 2-1. San Antonio stole Game 1 on the road, 122-115. The Thunder came back and took games 2 and 3, including a 123-108 win in San Antonio's own building on Saturday. The Spurs have now lost back-to-back games, lost home court advantage, and face a must-win Game 4 on Monday, still in San Antonio, before the series shifts back to Oklahoma City. This is how San Antonio got here, and why Oklahoma City should be genuinely concerned about what comes next. The question surrounding the Spurs team was never about talent. It was about youth. At some point in a playoff run, the moment gets bigger than the team. Veterans slow it down. Young teams panic. They take bad shots. They make reads they haven't earned yet. The wall is real, and it has ended more promising runs than any defensive scheme ever has. San Antonio hit that moment in the Minnesota series.
And I'm going to say this. I know I picked the San Antonio Spurs to win the championship, and I'm going to say right now that I was wrong. I was wrong, and I'm going to take all the heat that comes with it because they're not going to win this series. They're not going to win this series. I know when a team has that it factor. The Minnesota Timberwolves, they got that it factor.
They lost Game 1 at the buzzer after Julian Champagnie missed an open 3. In Game 4, Wembanyama picked up an ejection early. Momentum swung completely, and Minnesota evened the series. That was the fork in the road. Drop Game 5, and suddenly a young team is on the road in a hostile building, staring down elimination. They won Game 5 by 29. Then they went on the road and closed it out, 139-109, leading by 37 at their peak, never trailing. That Minnesota series was the proof of concept, the answer to the only real question. Because by the end of it, San Antonio did not look like a young team surviving pressure. They looked like a team that had already decided how this run was going to go. And then they took that same energy to Oklahoma City on Tuesday night.
He made 1 3-pointer in that game, only attempted 2. That 1 3-pointer is a 28-footer on the run with the game on the line, 10 seconds to go, and needing a 3 to send it to a second overtime. Splash.
There are performances that win games, and then there are performances that change conversations. Victor Wembanyama put up 41 points, 24 rebounds, and 3 blocks in Game 1 against the defending champions. On the road, in the Western Conference Finals, he shot 14 of 25 from the field, 12 of 13 from the free throw line, and pulled down 9 offensive rebounds that directly led to 10 second chance points. His efficiency score for the game was 63, the highest of any player on either team by an almost embarrassing margin. The 24 rebounds are what separate this performance from a great night and place it into a different category entirely. Oklahoma City is built to protect the paint. Isaiah Hartenstein is one of the better rebounding centers in the Western Conference. Chet Holmgren gives them length and timing. And Wembanyama went into that building and grabbed 24 rebounds anyway. 9 of them offensive, turning missed shots into extra possessions, into second chance points, into momentum that Oklahoma City simply could not claw back. He was plus 16 on the night. And when Wembanyama was on the floor, San Antonio's offensive rating was 139.7. That is not a number that belongs in a Western Conference Finals game against the best defense in basketball. But there it is.
Watching that game last night, various times, I thought, it makes everything else in the West so irrelevant. Mark this date down last night. May 18th, 2026, last night. Wemby officially became the face of the league.
This is what makes him impossible to prepare for. It is not just the blocks that appear on the box score. It is the floaters that have to be higher than they should be, the layups that get rushed, the paint decisions that change because he is standing there. In Game 1, Oklahoma City shot 55.6% at the rim, a decent number in isolation. But every single one of those attempts was contested, altered, or forced into an uncomfortable angle by someone who covers ground faster than any 7'4" player has a right to. He is not just the best player on this Spurs team. Through one game of this series, he looks like the best player in these entire playoffs.
The old soul of a rookie, Dylan Harper, who has been fantastic all postseason long. This young man has been here before. And when you watch in the crucial moments, we have seen him time and time again, not just in this game, but throughout the course of these playoffs, take over when it mattered the most.
Dylan Harper was not supposed to be a problem in the Western Conference Finals. He was supposed to be a promising first-year player, getting valuable experience, learning the game, staying in his lane, the kind of rookie you appreciate in February and build around in 3 years. Instead, he finished Game 1 with 24 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, and 7 steals. He was plus 14 on the night. His 7 steals led every player on the floor and were the direct source of 17 of San Antonio's points off turnovers. He was the engine of the defensive disruption. Think about that for a second. A rookie in the Western Conference Finals against the defending champions. 7 steals, a double-double, plus 14, on the road. Harper is leading the entire NBA in points off the bench in these playoffs. Not among rookies, the entire league. And what Game 1 showed is that his impact goes well beyond the scoring column. He reads passing lanes the way veterans who have played 8 or 9 seasons read them. He gets to spots on the floor that are not available to players who haven't earned them yet. He does not look like a player surviving the moment. He looks like a player who expected to be exactly here.
But you are watching two things happen simultaneously. The beginning of a dynasty blooming, the beginning of the greatest basketball player we've ever seen. He's not there yet. I don't think he's fully refined offensively. Dylan Harper, his running mate, Magic got Kareem. Got to have somebody else. Dylan Harper's 20. I've never seen a rookie guard this good since Magic. 7 steals, 24 points, 11 rebounds. He never turns the ball over.
Here is the truth about Stephon Castle in this Western Conference Finals series. He has not yet found the version of himself where ball security and shooting efficiency coexist in the exact same game. Through the first 2 games in OKC, letting his playmaking flow meant the ball found the wrong team, coughing up a brutal 20 turnovers across 2 nights, while Cason Wallace made his life a physical nightmare. The Spurs' backcourt has been an absolute chaos. Rookie Dylan Harper fought valiantly, starting in place of an injured De'Aaron Fox early on, but an adductor injury has completely slowed his momentum. And while a hobbled Fox finally returned in Game 3 to try and bring stability to San Antonio, the rookies are completely hitting the baseline wall against this relentless Oklahoma City defense. And then there is Devin Vassell, who the national conversation keeps forgetting about, quietly putting together the best individual series of any Spur not named Wembanyama. 20 points on 50% shooting in Game 3, 4 steals, 7 rebounds, 70.4 true shooting percentage, while everyone else around him was disappearing. He is the one Spur who has looked genuinely comfortable against Oklahoma City's scheme in multiple stretches, and he is not getting nearly enough credit for it. The 3-guard system remains the most dangerous offensive weapon in this series when it actually fires. Castle, Fox, and Harper combined for 68 points on 25 of 34 shooting in the Game 6 closeout against Minnesota. That version of this team has not shown up once against Oklahoma City's defense, but it exists. It is real, and OKC's coaching staff knows that one game where all 3 click simultaneously changes everything. Nobody told the San Antonio Spurs to wait their turn, and it is clear now they were never listening. They closed out Minnesota by 30 on the road. They walked into Oklahoma City in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals and won 122-115. Oklahoma City leads 2-1. The Spurs are facing the first genuine crisis of this playoff run. Down a game, home court advantage gone, their second best guard going 1 of 8 from the field in a home loss. And yet, San Antonio is still alive. Game 4 is Monday in their building. Wembanyama is still the most dominant individual talent on either roster. The flopping debate around SGA is not going away. The officiating will be scrutinized in every remaining game. And the Spurs, the young team nobody told to wait their turn, are 1 win away from making this series feel like a series again. I hope you will like this, and don't forget to subscribe and like the video. I like to hear your thoughts in the comments section. I read every single one of them. Let's talk. Have a great weekend.